Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really excited about this one. I think you guys are going to be really excited about it too. Welcome to the fourth annual Vegan Travel Summit. We are so excited to have you all joining us today for our talk about sailing the Ganges. My name is Donna Zeichfinger. I am the owner of Green Earth Travel, and I am also your host today for this virtual vegan event. But first, we have to do a couple of things. We got to thank our sponsors. We would love to take a moment to thank the Korea Tourism Organization, our platinum level sponsor, and of course, Antara River Cruises in India. They are our gold level sponsor for their support of the Vegan Travel Summit. Without either two of these companies, this event would not be possible. But before we get started, I want to do a few housekeeping notes. This session is being recorded on Zoom, and all attendees can use the interactive Q&A function to ask questions of each of the presenters or hosts. Now, we will be answering the questions at the end of the session, so you do want to stick around. All attendees will be able to watch the replays up until the end of the summit for free. If you would like to access to watch all the sessions, or you missed a session you want to see, you can do so for up to 3 months after the end of the event, but you'll need to purchase your replay access. And as of today, this is available for a reduced price of $9.99. And then after the summit, it will be $19.99, and it'll be available for 3 months. To do this, all you have to do is go to the three-dot menu on the top right, click My Purchases, browse the tickets, then select Replay Access, click Purchase, and then you can pay with PayPal or with a credit card or a debit card. All right, I'm happy to pass over to our wonderful speaker, Arjan, and thank you so much. I'm excited that you're here.
Well, thank you so much, Donna, Jason, and everyone at the Vegan Travel Summit for arranging this incredible digital event to connect us all together across the world and to explore the wonderful world of vegan travel. I mean, it's really, really exciting to have this opportunity, particularly to tell you about India and what we do that's special and unique and different in India. So, namaste everyone. My name's Arjun, and I'm the Chief Inspiration Officer from Antara Cruises. We're a river cruise line in India, and for 20 years we've been passionate about redefining our region as a world-class river cruise destination to regenerate our forgotten riparian landscapes, to showcase the great histories along the river. And so I've come to tell you today really to show you why India is this ultimate river cruise destination and why see India by river. India, has, as you may know, has a vast history of thousands of years as a center of global innovation, from different things like Ayurveda, science and healing and wellness, to Indic religions, to games like chess, Ludo, snakes and ladders, or, for example, architecture, fine textiles and pottery, textiles that bankrupted empires, and, of course, great poetry and literature. Rabindranath Tagore, the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. And more recently, the Indian Space Organization has found water on the moon, for example. So it's an incredibly dynamic and historic location and a vast history. And so the question is, how do you explore that? How do you see that? How do you understand this vast landscape, this huge biogeographical area where you have many different zones, you have rich biodiversity fueled, all of this culture and biodiversity fueled by the rivers, the waterways, the annual monsoon, the rejuvenation. And of course, you have many wonderful wildlife experiences. You have incredible bird species, which are local, but also migratory as well. And it's just this phenomenal place where nature, culture, and society have developed. And to immerse in and explore that is really the challenge. And so today, India is a vast country, just celebrated 75 years of independence. There are 28 states, 8 union territories, 22 official languages. And so the rivers have been the lifeblood of all the great civilizational development. And so we wanted to show people how these wonderful stories, these mythologies, these monuments, temples, and palaces, which are inaccessible by land, which grew up when the rivers were the highways for commodities trade. And so that's why we reintroduced river cruising to India after 100 years. And last year, we completed a 20-year milestone to create the world's longest river cruise. And I mean, it's an incredible journey of, this is a quite a long 52-day journey, traversing 27 different rivers across India and Bangladesh, visiting numerous Buddhist sites, monuments, temples, palaces, artisanal villages, incredible floating markets, national parks with tigers and rhinos, tea estates, and wonderful islands, and the world's largest river island as well. And so this is something which we're incredibly proud of having been able to achieve last year. But predominantly, most of our sailings are up to a week or so, and those are the most popular ways to experience an immersion into these places where we have this kind of low impact, low volume visits to different villages and places which are very hard to reach by land, where people don't visit, and that's why the ships are these wonderful vehicles. And so we've designed and built our ships in the Indian traditions to unlock access to these areas, to provide wonderful hospitality on board and create wonderful memories of a lifetime. And so each ship is specifically designed to operate different routes. They're designed with international standard pollution prevention technologies and navigation systems, as well as having wonderful, we're a local owner managed firm. We design, build, own, and operate the ships ourselves. We have wonderful different experiences on board. And of course, there are shorter and longer itineraries which are there, but predominantly we made them locally. They have wonderful technology, so no pollution goes into the river. And of course, being a local owner managed company, we want to showcase the best parts of each of the locations where we go, to use the local traditional methods, the local transportation, and take a 360-degree interface with local people, culture, and nature. And so we offer wonderful hospitality on board, wonderful cuisine, and it's a seamless journey. People travel to India and they say there are three challenges of the long distances, how do you access culture, and where do you stay? And so we say in these wonderful, authentically, locally created ships, we sail hundreds of miles every day to visit these wonderful off the beaten path destinations, eating wonderful gourmet gastronomy and immersing in the different places that we visit, which I'll talk about in a minute. And part of that is, of course, being part of habitat conservation and social development. And we are engaged with numerous different NGOs for different collaborations for natural activities, conservation, for research, but also for social development, and how to support the economies and societies of the places where we're operating. And our ships have been called aristocratic, luxurious, but also sustainable and responsible. And that's really key to it. It's not just a river cruise. It's a vehicle to access these incredibly beautiful areas which are unvisited, which are unspoiled by mass tourism, where there's no pollution and no tourism, but these wonderful stories and mythologies which we love to bring to life. And so for many years we have offered, I would say, vegan-friendly options on board. So, a wonderful menu. But last year, finally, I managed to achieve it. We operated a pure vegan sailing. And this was an incredible journey along the Ganges, where we had not only vegan cuisine, but the whole ship was a pure vegan experience, from the cruise clothing and the cruise cuisine to the cocktails to the hull plate. Everything on board was designed and geared towards being a pure vegan experience, and it was phenomenally successful. The guests had a fantastic time, and they couldn't imagine India like this, and they could not imagine having wonderful gourmet vegan food, everyday different styles on board there. And so that's something which we're planning another one in the future in 2025. But of course, we also have vegan-friendly options which are available as well. And so predominantly today, there are two areas I wanted to tell you about. We have wonderful short vegan cruises, which are in sort of the eastern part of India here. We have near Kolkata, which was one of the old colonial capitals, and of course Orissa, which is the state just next door to West Bengal. One is a cultural experience and one is a wildlife cruise. And this is the types of ships we have. This is the Ganges Voyager on the Ganges. There's 28 suites across 5 different categories, all large rooms from 24 to 40 square meters. And so every day the ship sails, you see different birds, you see different islands, the landscape changing, the sunrise and sunset. There's a spa and fitness center on board, indoor and outdoor lounge. And of course, there are different activities, cultural enrichment on board, from vegan cooking classes to dance troops, uh, showcasing the traditional arts and developing into modern styles as well. How there are wonderful activities, how henna or mehndi is worn, or for example, the traditional clothing and garments. So it's a wonderful experience to be on the river, to have your wonderful organic tea or coffee on board as the ship is sailing with the sunrise over the Ganges. The Ganges being a holy river, it is really a wonderful experience. We have different port talks, lectures, and discussions in the lounge. And of course, in the dining room, we have all the fresh vegan gourmet gastronomy served for all the meals. And so we have wonderful multi-course meals with different appetizer options, soups, entrees, and desserts. And there's a wonderful variety of not only European cuisine, but also Indian cuisine and fusion cuisines as well, which is available. This is the chef making wonderful fresh bread. So we have a tandoor oven on board. So we have wonderful traditional vegan naan breads and other European style breads available, freshly prepared for the different meals, which are really fantastic and delicious with the different options there. And so there's always different options at all the different meal times, depending on how you feel, different styles of curries or rice-based dishes or European style dishes, which are there as well. We have wonderful, like we have a thali night, for example, again, with a traditional dining set, which is there. And of course, all the beverages available are also vegan, and there's a wide variety of options which are available on board. Again, delicious, fantastic, delicious desserts, different options changing every day, and there's a lot of fresh seasonal fruits and vegetables available where we're sailing along. So really, it's a wonderful delight every day to sail, have wonderful cultural immersion, and every day taste the history and geography through the taste buds in a vegan way of the places we're sailing along. This part of Bengal, West Bengal, an eastern part of India, for thousands of years, it's been a draw for people from all over the world because the delta of the Ganges has this rich, fertile soil. There's an abundance of natural produce. And so that's fueled a rich society and culture. And so that's also why many of the European powers were interested in trading and had many different trading outposts there. So one of our signature programs we have is a 7 night cruise from Kolkata along the lower Ganges, where we visit places like French Chandanagar, Portuguese Bandel. There's wonderful terracotta temples in Kalna. Mayapur has a large temple I'll show you a picture of. Matiar, an artisans village, and Murshidabad, and a place of incredible historical importance for the political control of the region, but also every day you're exploring different themes and unraveling the layers of history of the places along the way. As I said, the river, it's as we're sailing along, you won't really see any other vessels there or ships there or any other tourists. It's really a pristine river. There are river dolphins, there are birds, people bathe in the river, they use it for transportation. There are different crops and different small local industries like jute mills or brick kilns, which you can see there along the way, local ferries just crossing on the way. And so the river meanders through the different landscape and it changes every day. People live near to the river, so you can see the vibrancy of life of the places we go. In Kanna, there are these beautiful terracotta temples. We take cycle rickshaws through the local town to see the different 18th and 19th century temples baked from clay from the Ganges River. Here's a wonderful relief of a famous mythology where the 10-headed demon king took one of the princesses to Sri Lanka, and the hero had to go with the help of the monkey god, the monkey king, to go and rescue her. So there's incredibly detailed reliefs which are there. And then we walk back through a local marketplace, see the fresh, natural, abundant produce. And it's really very much untouched in a local market. So it's a wonderful, easy way to walk, to explore, chit chat with the vendors who are there, to learn about where the crops come from locally and how the quality and how the seasons go. It's a really fascinating place to visit. And another day we visit a wonderful village called Matiari. Here they're predominantly farmers, but they also practice wonderful brass craft. They take scrap ingots of metal, they melt them down, they hammer them into these plates, and they carve these intricate designs on the plates there. And so we go usually early in the morning, and you can hear the hundreds of hammers tonging away, and we just go and see who's open, which house is available to have a look, and to see the craft, and for the craftsmen to share their story, their family story for hundreds of years, and the different styles they like to carve on these beautiful dishes. This is the Thousand Door Palace in Murshidabad. It's one of the highlights of the region. It's a wonderful museum palace. And here there's an incredible rich history of the colonial history of the region. And there's wonderful unique features of this palace, which you see inside, which are not seen in any other palace in the world. So Murshidabad, and this is right next to the river there, where the jetty is. So it's a wonderful place to explore. And we also go to see one of different near buildings which are nearby. And it's the rulers of this location who really were beaten by the British to take control of this region. And so that's how sort of the colonial history of India started. So this is one of the historic colonial important locations. And now as we sail back towards Kolkata, for example, we go to a place called Mayapur. This is the center of the birthplace of the founder of the Hare Krishnas, and it's one of the largest temples in the world under construction there. So we walk through the local pilgrims bazaar to interact with the devotees there, to see the activities which are going on. It's a phenomenal learning experience to see this location and to visit it, because people do go here from all over the world on pilgrimage to visit this location. Finally, just before Kolkata, we visit Chandanagar. It's a French colonial enclave. They have a Sacré-Cœur church, a wonderful sort of a strand on the waterfront. This is the old governor's mansion, which is a beautiful museum with Marianne in front there. And this was a French enclave up until independence. So they used to have, they even had a guillotine there at the end of the 19th century. It's a wonderful, again, a little bit of part of the forgotten history of the trading, colonial trading posts along the Ganges there. And so finally ended up in Kolkata, which was the British imperial capital. It has phenomenal artisan colonies like Kumatuli, where there's wonderful potters and different designs which are made, but also great, sort of imperial monuments like the Victoria Memorial, which is made from the same marble as the Taj Mahal, a beautiful museum there. So there's wonderful textiles to see and different museums here in Kolkata. So it's a wonderful 7 nights immersion into West Bengal, where you see different layers of history which used to be there, and of course immersed in this rural part of India, which is really unvisited and pristine. And really, this itinerary, it's very popular when it's combined with different land trips in India. As I said, many times in India, there's a lot of distances which need to be traversed, packing and unpacking places to stay. And so, for example, what's very popular is to combine with a wonderful heritage property in Rajasthan, where you can go and see, for example, in Bharatpur, which is in eastern Rajasthan, there's a UNESCO World Heritage Birdwatching Sanctuary there, just an hour from the Taj Mahal as well, for example. And again, it's a wonderful part to see India off the beaten path, but still see the major sites. And it's the contrast actually of land and cruise that makes the journey more interesting, more memorable, having seen it from both sides. So this is one signature itinerary, which is really fantastic. And the other area where we have just wonderful wildlife cruises is in the state just next door to West Bengal, Orissa, which is a phenomenal state with thousands of years of history. Has an incredible rich history from the time of Emperor Ashoka. This is the 3rd century BC, one of the Buddhist emperors, and this was one of the last kingdoms he annexed. And it was such a bloody war that after this he actually he proclaimed non-violence, and he made different edicts based on Buddhism, which he spread throughout the Mauryan Empire, which was far afield from east and west, north and south. And many of the emblems of India today, like the chakra and the lions, come from the time of Emperor Ashoka there. So this has a wonderful heritage, being a very culturally rich and interesting area. And so we have these boutique catamarans which sail in this really remote national park, where there's phenomenal conservation and wildlife experiences occurring. And these are just with 2 cabins each, 2 suites each. And really every day you sail throughout the different areas of this wonderful mangrove forest. Is an intertidal zone with different islands, incredible bird and wildlife experiences there. There's one of the largest population of saltwater crocodiles, over 300 species of birds, there are different deers, and in the spring times, it's one of the largest breeding grounds for olive ridley turtles on the beaches. It's just a phenomenal area to go along the different inland waterways for 3 or 4 nights. And really, Orissa, as I said, the state is known for Buddhist culture, but also for incredible textiles and tribal people. So there's beautiful palaces where you can stay. You can explore this ancient 2,000 years of Buddhist culture, see incredible local crafts by the tribal people, both in textiles, phenomenal textiles, and also different brassworks and metalworks as well. So again, it's the contrast of by land, staying in a heritage location to see the different parts of culture, but also by river, staying different distances, directly entering into different areas with local experts, and to truly immerse and explore and learn about these regions, which are just incredibly rich but unvisited, and to do it in a way which is very authentic and responsible. It's just really a once in a lifetime opportunity. So our cruises have been called amongst the 6 best river journeys in the world, boats that rock. And so we'd love to invite you to come to see India, explore India by the waterways, by the rivers, which have been the lifeblood going from the past and lifeblood for the future, and how we can evolve forward and how we can regenerate these forgotten areas where the roads and railways have overtaken, and how we can restore these communities back to the preeminence they once had. So please, when you're thinking of India, don't just think of the major monuments and the major tourism circuits. Think of these beautiful hidden gems along the waterways, which are very authentic. And so we only operate our sailings in the best time for India, which are from between September to March, for example. So whenever you see our sailings, we only operate in the best time. And the weather is phenomenal. And it's just really a truly once in a lifetime opportunities. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to write to me. That's my email there. And of course, there are some details on our website as well. So thanks so much. And if you have any questions, please feel free to fire away.
We're going to answer them at the end, if that's okay. We'll just keep the flow going. We just have one question right now.
Okay. Oh, that's it, Donna. We're done.
Oh, we're done. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. So we have one question from Valerie. She said, "Can you tell us about your Ganges tour?"
Okay. Hi, Valerie. What specifically would you like to know?
Let's see if she comes back. Oops. Oh, where it goes.
Where it goes.
Yeah.
So we have different sailings, but our most popular and our signature program is up to it's a round cruise. So it's a 7 nights cruise which begins and ends in Kolkata. And Kolkata is it's a major city. It's an international airport. There are flights internationally which land directly into Kolkata. And so usually you can land in Calcutta, you embark the ship directly, you sail, and at the end of the cruise, you disembark the ship and you fly out.
Okay. And then we have a question from Peter. What are the vegan options on the regular cruises?
That's a good question. There would be at least one. There'd be one European option and one Indian option.
Okay, so you would have one Indian vegan option and one European vegan option. Is that right?
That's right. So there would be vegan appetizers. There'd be vegan main options and a
Oh,
vegan dessert. Yeah.
but not just one option. It's
No,
couple.
there'd be a couple of options. Yeah.
Okay, good. Good to know. Let me see. There's another question. Do any of your cruises go to Varanasi?
Yes, we do. We do have cruises which go to Varanasi. So Varanasi to Calcutta is a 3-week cruise. So it's a very it's it there we have cruises which are 3 weeks from Calcutta to Varanasi.
Okay. And those are all the questions. So just so everyone knows, actually, I'll just come on screen here real quickly. Both Jason and well, I don't have it on my website just yet, but I will be putting it on my website. So you can feel free to reach out to Jason and I for any of the cruises, and we're looking to do something. So just be on the watch out. Oh, another question here. Are buffet items labeled? So Peter asked if buffet items are labeled so vegans know what they can take.
Yes, they would be.
Okay, that's great to know. Okay, so if you have any other questions, either reach out to Jason and I, or Arjan, and we'll get you there somehow. I'm really excited about this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited about this. So I think Jason, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Just wanted to thank everyone. We have one more workshop at 5 o'clock today. You don't want to miss it. Well, actually, 2 more workshops. Sorry, we got one with Jason tonight talking about cruises. Speaking of cruises, and then we have the the party tonight, the closing. And I think Arjan's going to join us. So all of our sponsors will be there tonight. We do have a little prize giveaway that you have to be there to attend. And thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. It was so great to see you all, and look forward to seeing you in India on the ships.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.